Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
Well, happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to the morning show.
Welcome.
We're going to party on Friday.
Are we?
Yeah, didn't you know? Did you bring the Bloody Marys?
No, I didn't get
You didn't
get
my message?
No. I'm sorry. Dylan, did you bring the Bloody Marys? He's lying.
He's like, what's a Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
I am a good boy.
These teenagers these days.
Yeah, I know.
Don't know how to make a good Bloody Mary.
Can't even depend on the intern to bring you a Bloody Mary. What kind of world are we living in?
I don't know.
On a Friday.
I don't know, Jen.
Next Friday.
Don't
tell your parents.
Yeah.
We said that. We're just kidding. You really don't have to bring us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't have to bring us drinks.
Yeah, we are just kidding.
Hey, speaking of drinks.
That's a great segue.
Was that not the best segue
That's
ever?
Such a good segue. OVI checkpoint.
OVI checkpoint. If you are... No what? What?
Our audio is not going to the radio right now. We had a power outage last night, and some of our settings got zapped.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to play with it and figure out why it's not working.
Okay. Sorry about that.
But we're good on Facebook.
Okay. Very good. All right. The Ohio State Highway Patrol, in conjunction with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office and Jackson Police Department, announced that they are having an OVI checkpoint. That will be 6 to 8 tonight on State Route 93, where they always have it. Because they have it in the same place all the time, don't they? It's typically right outside of, kind of there by Walmart on 93. It's funded by federal grants. It's planned to deter and intercept impaired drivers. The checkpoint will also be held in conjunction with nearby saturation patrols to aggressively combat impaired driver-related injury and fatalities. If you plan to consume alcohol, designate a driver, or plan other travel arrangements before you drink. Don't let another life be lost for the senseless and selfish act of getting behind the wheel impaired. And that's from the Highway Patrol. So DUI checkpoint or OVI or whatever it's called nowadays. Tonight, 6 to 8. If you're traveling from Ironton, good luck getting through.
Especially if you're under the influence.
Yeah, don't be under the influence. Somebody make a call.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So speaking of Ironton, why might people be traveling from Ironton tonight?
Because the Mighty Jackson Ironmen are taking on the Ironton Fighting Tigers. Arnton. All the way from Arnton, traveling down 93. If they are not throwing up by the time they get here, the football team will take the field.
So I was saying, yes, I guess Ironton too, but I said Rock Hill really has a home field advantage because their opponent is always car sick by the time they get there.
They just are all vomiting by the time they get here. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess whoever has home field advantage, whether it's Ironton or Jackson, the other team has an even more advantage because they have to travel down 93. Yeah. But anyway, rematch tonight after the, shall we say...
the most memorable play of last season, for sure.
Most memorable play of last season. So memorable, made it on ESPN.
All the way to ESPN.
And some other,
So
things along the way.
So Dylan, we've got a clip there. Do you see the clip of the play, Jackson Ironton play? So for those of you that may not remember this, why don't we take a stroll down memory lane and let Dan Morrow tell us what happened?
Yes, let's do that.
Ironton trying to win this game on a field goal with 5.5 seconds. The snap. High snap, but it's brought down by Wood. The kick is up. Hey, good, and the Ironmen have taken a 10-7 lead. Great hold by Jake. And it is a squib. It's going to be touched by Ironton. This game's over unless he runs it back. Now they pitch it back to Masters at the 23. He's running to the wide side of the field. He looks to pitch it back to the 20. They still are on their feet. We've seen this happen, and oh my gosh, he's got some room to run. And we're going to see if the Ironman, if he can turn the corner. And I cannot believe that. 3 pitches. He's able to turn the field. He gets turned around the corner and ends up scoring a touchdown. And there is mass celebration not only in this press box, but by the Ironton Tigers.
There we go.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch.
So
the Ironmen have their chance to get a little redemption for that play tonight.
Get a little redemption for that play. I would say that they are.
Can you imagine how
to be fired
psyched up those kids probably are?
Yeah, they are. They have to be so wound up, and just to go ahead with, our sweet Ethan, our little Crabtree, kicking that
I mean, he
field
put him
goal
up 10-7 that great kick
and
with 3 seconds left.
We've won won the game winning kick until it wasn't. Like, how often does that really happen? And I mean, they're doing
very often.
You see those, like, we're just Hail Mary plays. We're just going to lateral this thing all the way down the field, and it actually worked.
Yeah, not a lot.
So anyway,
at least the band didn't run onto the field.
Right. That's true. So anyway, Jackson Ironman hoping to redeem themselves tonight. They are saying probably record crowds. Both on the Ironton side and the Jackson side. There are going to be a ton of people traveling here to Jackson, so just be careful out there and just, be welcoming to our Ironton friends, whether, not that we don't want to just crush them on the football field, but, when you see an Ironton fan in town, be nice to them too.
Exactly.
Show them our hospitality.
So welcome to our town.
We hope we kill you tonight, but welcome.
Enjoy our restaurants and other stuff. Amenities.
And then we hope that we beat your socks off. But anyway.
So tickets, we've got tickets for sale right here at the Radio Total Media Stockmeister building. I don't know what to call it anymore.
I know, right?
At the Stockmeister
out here
Plaza.
At the plaza. So yeah, because it's very important. Go ahead and get those game tickets now, because there's a chance that this thing's going to sell out, and you don't want to drive all the way up there or walk all the way up the hill.
Every time I walk up that hill, I realize it's longer than I remembered it being.
That hill is a sick joke.
It just keeps going.
Because you get halfway up it and you think you have it beat.
Yeah.
And then the last part of it is the worst part of it. Yeah. And it's sick and twisted.
And then it's another couple 100 yards to the stadium. Yes. Once you get up there.
Yeah. So you're like, I hope someone's working at the administration building, so when I collapse, someone comes out and saves me. Yeah. But anyway, So get your tickets here.
Yeah, the tickets are here, $5. We cannot take credit cards here.
Okay.
If you buy your ticket here, you have to pay cash. If you want to pay with a credit card, you can buy the tickets online. And that link, you can find that link through the school's website.
All right. For the love of God, we all have $5 worth of change in our car. So we'll take change. We don't care.
And we'll go over the other games here. Matt Wilson's here. Hey, Matt.
Woo-hoo!
Did you go talk to the other Matt yet? Not yet. You want to walk down that way and come meet us back here in a few minutes? I can. Thank you, sir. Do I just interrupt him? Yeah,
just walk in.
Just walk in.
This is a low budget operation. We just do whatever we want to do around here.
Okay, this is some other exciting games this weekend. So Oak Hill kind of creamed Wellston last week.
Oh, but
so Oak Hill is facing Piketon tonight, and I think Oaks fans are pretty high. I think expectations were pretty dampered going into the season, but I think that big win against Wilson has got them up. So I think I think they're really excited. I think they think that's a game that they can win.
Great.
I'm going to go to that game, so I'm excited for it.
Is it at home?
Yeah, it's at Oak Hill. And then we mentioned Rock Hill. Rock Hill's making their way to MacArthur tonight, take on Vinton County.
Okay. Oh God, even farther down 93.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
That's a
long trip on a school bus.
Yeah, it is.
So Vinton County had a pretty disappointing game for week 1, so I think they're going to be really up for that game.
Cool.
Want to get that W, and then Wellston's taking on Fairland. That's probably going to be a tough matchup for Wellston, but they're going to be fighting hard trying to get that first win, get the 500 on the season.
Yep, and that'll be a home game as well.
Yeah, so those are all home games this week.
Hey, and Chris O'Boyle
and company
will be
broadcasting debut.
That's right. They're doing the Wellston game, so give him a little encouragement if you see him out there too.
Yeah, so remember those are all on the radio and they're all on the app. Listen to Chris, Corey, Dan, and Pete.
The Dudups.
The Dudups.
You weren't here, were you?
Is that the new nickname for Dan, and Pete?
Yeah, I called them the Dudups. Dan, and Pete, DDP.
And then, of course, Bob Grillo and Jeff Thacker there in Vinton County. They don't have a good couple name.
No, they don't.
Come up with something. But, yeah, I heard Corey. Who's doing the games with Corey? I forget his name now. I think it's maybe his brother or his cousin or something. I don't know him, but I heard they did a really nice job in the first game.
I heard that too. So,
I didn't get to listen to any of emergency call.
18777. Do you think maybe that's spam?
You think it's a real? I don't know.
That one doesn't even have like some ridiculous like Peoria, Iowa or something.
So Andy works here in graphics. When a call comes in through the main line that's like an obvious spam call, he likes to answer it, and then he just puts them on hold. He answers it, and he's just like, please hold, and he puts it on hold. And
that's a good idea.
It just leaves them like that.
Can you put people on hold on your iPhone?
Yeah. Well, you can. Yeah, I think so. You can mute it.
You know what? I learned the other day how to do a conference call on my iPhone.
Congratulations.
I never knew how to do that before.
You were talking about trying to FaceTime somebody with an Android the other day, and you actually can do that too now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it goes through their web browser, so they don't even need an app or anything. But you can still do FaceTime video calls with people that don't have iPhones. You can do it with computers too, I think.
Oh, cool.
Like even PCs.
Very good.
It just shows up in like a web browser.
That's really cool. See all this technology coming our way.
I know, right?
But yeah,
it's amazing.
So I have to tell my story about the conference call real quick because it was super embarrassing. So I was on the phone with I can't even remember who it was. It was like a bank or something, and it was one of those where Jamie's name was first, so they needed his permission to talk to me.
Right, because he's the man and you're the woman. That's the way it works, right?
Yeah, that's the way it works. I forget what it was.
You have to have his permission.
Oh, I know what it was. I think it was like Columbia Gas or something. And the bill was like in his name versus mine or something like that. So anyway, the girl's like, well, can you get him on the line to, just all I need is him to say is, yeah, you can talk to her. And I was like, yes, I can.
How do I do it?
I said, except for I don't know how. Can you tell me how to do it? She started laughing. She was like, yes, you do this and this. She said, do you have an iPhone? I said, yes. She said, okay, push this button and this button. And I was like, okay. And it worked perfectly. Yep. And I was like, thank you. Now you taught me something every day. She was cracking up at me because I'm an idiot. Anyway, go ahead. Games.
Oh, well, we pretty much ran them down for tonight. But yeah, those are all going to be some good games, I think.
They are. Are all the times the same? Or
they're all 6:45.
6:45.
Yeah, well, that's when the broadcast time will start. It'll probably be closer to 7:30.
Okay.
For 7:15, 7:20, whatever.
So, sometimes they do 7:00 kickoff. Sometimes they do 7:30. You just never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're there by 7, you're there. You're good enough.
But I will say, once again, please listen to what we're telling you. This Jackson Ironton game is going to be packed. And I would not wait to go up to the stadium at 7:00 and expect to get a ticket. Number one, you're going to have to wait in a really long line to get in. And it's just going to be inconvenient. And there's a chance that it sells out. So go ahead, pick up your tickets here or online. Save a lot of hassle.
Planning on going out to dinner tonight, maybe wait until after 7 o'clock.
Right. Yeah. It'll be a ghost town, but it'll be like 3-hour wait before that. And then nothing. It's like kind of like with the Buckeyes games.
Oh yeah. But, don't order a pizza at like 10:20. Because that's going to take a real long time, too.
Exactly.
All those people are going to go to Archinetti's and Dakota's before the game, and every one of them is going to order a pizza after the game.
Right.
Yeah. I will tell you, I do not. So I worked at Callie's in Oak Hill, through high school and college and stuff. I do not miss working at a restaurant on a football Friday night, especially because
insane.
So Callie's, they made the food for the concession stand too.
Oh.
So we had the crowd before the game, we had the crowd after the game, and we're constantly sending pizzas to the game for them to sell at the concession stand.
So were you the pizza maker?
I did pizzas and sandwiches, but on a Friday night I was normally there making the pizzas.
Do you have any secrets of the Callie's pizza? The world famous Callie's pizza. It is so good.
It is really good.
Why is it so good?
I don't really have any secrets. I never made the dough or the sauce, so I guess I never got those secrets.
Well, what good are you, James, if you don't have any insider information?
I'm sorry. It is very good pizza.
No, it's very good. If you've never had Callie's pizza,
it was best when it was delivered by Buzz Fisher, but of course, if it was a Friday night, you weren't getting it from Buzz. No. Wasn't from Buzz. That was another reason Fridays were always hectic because Buzz wasn't there.
He was running his mouth.
Yeah. That's not something I miss.
Yeah. It gets a little wild.
All right.
Our friend Matt Wilson
is in the house. Well, Jen, I think that pretty well does it for football talk.
Okay.
So I'm going to give my seat.
All right. So we're going to go from football to the arts.
Yeah.
And then you'll probably be back.
Maybe.
We'll see.
See how chatty Matt is.
Come on. Right. Are you feeling chatty today? Oh, he's feeling chatty today. Well, come on over, big guy.
I can talk about football too if you want.
Okay.
Home runs and layups.
Are we going to talk about sports ball?
No, sports ball. Yes. Yes.
Just sports ball. I love sports ball.
Same. I'm the biggest fan of sports ball.
Oh my gosh. All right. So cool. So you were here last Friday.
Yes.
This is like our new Friday thing.
I know.
Love it.
If I didn't work at Kroger, I'd be here every Friday.
Love it.
Just to chat.
Just to hang out.
Not about the Markay, just to be here.
Yeah. That's totally fine with us. We love having you here.
I love being here.
So our good friend Matt Wilson is back today, this Friday. And today we are going to talk about, last week we talked about jazz and jambalaya.
Yes.
And this week we're talking about something else huge, like two major, huge events at the Markay 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, we've got Evening with the Arts tomorrow, which isn't so much the evening, but that's what it's always been called because it's always been in the evening, but we changed it up a bit. Yes. It's almost an all-day event that's starting at 3 throughout the evening. So
yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be different, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
And there you go. You have the flyer there that James just put up. So thank you for that. And that gives you a rundown. And you can check out either the Facebook or whatever for all the entertainment and that kind of stuff. But let's go over some of that. What are some of the fun things, events going on tomorrow?
So we start out with Colby Lykins. He's going to be on the Markay stage performing.
At 3?
At 3 p.m., yes. And then, so throughout the day, we'll have performances, and then we'll have art auctions. So we're going to have different types of art auction. During the day, I think it says on that schedule, between events, it says art auction. So we're going to have the Markay collection, which is a collection of art that we have gathered over the years through donations and people not picking up their pieces and that sort of thing.
Okay.
We're going to have a silent auction with these pieces. And then, so Jules will be explaining different pieces throughout the day when it says art auction. And
will they be on display for people to see?
Yes, it'll be, silent auction in my mind is the pieces there and then like the piece of paper is there and like you can see what the last person bid and if you want to bid, but it'll all be on display. I think we're going to put it in front of the stage. So then while you're watching music, you can see the stuff.
Oh,
so,
great. Okay.
We haven't figured out the logistics on that yet. It might be in the gallery, but we're hoping in front of the stage.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, between session 5's set, we're going to have a live art auction with Seth Michael. And then those are pieces that I have had donated this year from various artists like Bob Eisnagel, Paul Brown, Megan Wiseman, myself, Treven Wyant, just some really big names in the town of art. And there's a piece of Megan's there.
So Megan's style I just love so much,
yes.
but there's like a whole special meaning to this painting.
Yes. She called it solo for various reasons. And when I reached out to her to see if she could donate, she said, yes, I just started painting in this new piece and I would love to donate it. And then she sent it to me. I'm like, are you sure you want to donate this piece?
Because this is a very personal piece to her.
Piece,
very
yes.
personal.
She's had a very difficult year, this is kind of came through in this piece. And she said she felt very good donating it. And so I'm excited to pick that up from her. And then we've got Ethan Michael. He's going to have a wood burning piece, and all of those pieces will be the final piece or final auction at the end of the day. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
It is. Can we go over? Is that your piece?
That's not what I am donating. That piece is actually sold.
Look at you. You look so
Look at Matt selling stuff twice.
I know,
right?
Hustling people.
The person that bought that piece, I told them yesterday whenever that post went out, I was like, yeah, apparently I'm going to sell the piece that you already bought.
Sell your piece again. Can you go ahead and bring that back?
Right, yeah, just bring it back.
If you want to keep it, you're going to have to buy it again.
Exactly, right. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. And it's just going to be, it's very relaxed. I know in the past evening of the arts has been, fun and a great time, but some people may have found it stuffy or, what have you, but we wanted it to be for everybody and you can come and go as you please.
So, okay, let's talk about this for a second. Are there tickets to get into this?
Yes.
Because this is a fundraiser for the Markay, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, it's $35 a ticket, and that gives you all-day access. It comes with a chicken sandwich or a brat, access to the dessert bar from the Downtown Treatery, access to the art auction, access to all the entertainment, and I think it also gets you a token for one Sixth Sense beer that we're going to have in the gallery.
Very good. And so Jamie and I are actually going to come and start setting that up tonight. So
awesome. And Jules and I will be there.
You may or may not know that, but we are.
We love that. So we'll be in there pretty much all evening tonight doing stuff. So
okay, very good. So there will be food, there will be drinks. You don't have to drink beer. There will be other drinks there as well. The whole fact of the matter is just to come and have a good time. And maybe you just explain how to get tickets, but can we do that again?
So you can go online to markay.org. Is it markay.org, James?
There's markaytickets.org and there's markayjackson.com. Okay. But markaytickets.org will take you directly to the ticket site.
Markaytickets.org.
But it is very slow sometimes, so just be patient with it. And but you can also just call the box office during regular hours, right?
That's what I was going to say. So today we are open 12 to 5 at the Markay. Katie is in the box office.
Okay.
She is more than happy to get you set up with a ticket. Okay. Or you can come tomorrow, day of, and buy tickets at the box office. Or like I said, it's online. But a couple different ways to buy tickets.
Okay. And the cool thing about this event, I think that is a little different than maybe other evening with the arts that have occurred. Number one, it's at the Markay.
Yes.
I mean, woo!
Yes.
Finally, a lot of the evening with the arts were to raise money to continue on with the build out and remodel of the Markay. But it's finished now.
Yes.
And it's a great venue, so why not have it there in the very space that it was started to create?
Right.
But so that's something cool. Also, the fact that it starts at 3 and you're not stuck there all day. Like before it was just like an evening from say 6 to 9 or whatever, and it was just you were there. And this is more of a flow.
Yeah, if you want to come see Colby play, go get dinner somewhere in town and come back, that's fine. You can do that. Or if you just want to come be part of the art auction and, see what pieces we've got, and then maybe see some performances along the way, that's fine. I mean, we're relaxed about it.
Yeah, so just come and go as you please, and I think that makes it a little less, their kids might have a practice that they have to leave for a little bit and then come back or whatever. So don't worry about that. We just want you to be there and come and hang out.
It's to celebrate the Markay. That's why we're there, and it's also to celebrate the community. So that's the whole point of this event now. It used to be a huge fundraiser for the Markay whenever it was trying to be built, and when they were trying to get all the funds to make it a place that what we do now. And now it's we take a step back from the fundraising part of it and just kind of celebrate what we've done and still make a little money.
Yeah.
But just
we
celebrate.
Have to keep it running.
Right. Celebrate what we have accomplished and, let the community be able to be a part of that. So that's the whole point of this year's Evening with the Arts. So.
Absolutely. Love it. And love that it could just be something. It's almost like a community appreciation deal,
Yeah.
So can we go over some of the artists that will be performing tomorrow?
Yes, for sure. Let me get my little cheat sheet here. So we've got Colby Lykins, and he's going to have other people with him. I don't have their names. I know Jordan Lombardo is going to be playing with him.
Oh, good. Okay.
But he's also going to be playing with Session 5.
I think Jason Hoag's going to play with Colby too.
Okay.
Is he? Okay.
And then we've got Paul Brown's Cowboy Poetry.
Yes.
Which I've never got to experience. Oh. But I have heard that you don't know what it is until you've experienced it. And it's great,
so
I guess.
We have a video of Paul doing his Cowboy Poetry that we'll play in a few minutes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'm excited to see that tomorrow because I've just heard all good things. So
they're funny.
Yeah. Because, I was just talking with Matt and Josh in there on the radio. If you know Paul and you've talked to Paul, at first sight, you're not like thinking he's doing comedy or anything.
Right.
But this is apparently very funny, satire. So that'll be fun. And then we have the Apple City Players Comedy Hour at 5 p.m. coming in. Another funny group of people.
Yes.
And it's going to be good. I know they've switched up their skits a couple times, but they've landed on something that they said the other day that they were crying, laughing while they were doing it. So hopefully it's going to go over well because, you just never know what people find funny.
That's right.
And then we've got the Gillums and Alicia Shepherd performing at 6.
Okay.
I think if I'm not mistaken, they're a little bit gospel-ish. So
great.
We've got something for everybody. And then Session 5 will go on at 7:30. And then in between their set, that's when Seth Michael will do that art auction at the end. So,
okay.
Yeah, we've got something for everybody. So
lots of great things going on.
Yeah.
And so get out. Again, just enjoy the Markay. If you've never been, just show up and take a tour.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Anytime I'm in there setting up any type of gallery show or something, and I'm there like on a Sunday around 3:00, there's always somebody that's coming to the doors of the gallery and like looking in, and I'll be like, hey, can I help you? Because we're not open on Sundays. And they're like, I'm just in town and we were passing through and we didn't know what this was and, whatever. And then I'll give them a whole tour of the Markay because I'm just in there doing whatever.
Yeah, like why not?
Why not? Right. This might be somebody that might, next time they're in town, come to one of our events. So,
sure.
And they're always like, this is great. Like, I wish my town had something like this, you know? So and there's a lot of people in our town, especially like my age or younger, that hasn't ever been to the Markay, or they think that it's closed or what have you. So that's why we're trying to do more accessible events like how we're doing Evening with the Arts, so more people can experience what we've got. So
that's right. And know that it's going to be a fun day. Like you don't have to put on your evening gown or your tuxedo. Like just come as you are and have a good time.
100%.
But just to be clear, Matt, you are going to wear a tuxedo, right?
Right. 3-piece.
Okay.
Yes.
Like
top hat.
like
Top
tails,
hat, cane. Yeah.
the whole
powder
thing.
blue.
Right. But I mean,
Yeah.
other
Just
people,
like Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
I mean,
Jules is wearing the orange one.
Yeah. Everyone else doesn't have to, but just to be clear, you will be wearing.
Exactly.
You and Jules will be there with her. Yeah.
100%. And
the
nobody,
ruffle shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody better upstage me because I will leave.
That's so funny. Oh my God. I'm like visualizing this thing now. Yeah.
Now I will say, not to take topic off this, my senior year prom, I did have a powder blue tux. And it was, yes, I did. And it was fantastic. I didn't have an orange tux to match me, but I didn't have the ruffle either, but it was the powder blue. So.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love that you went there.
I usually do.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. So, and also a special treat in the gallery is still is it still the Quilt Show?
Still the Quilt Show. Yep. The Quilt Show is up. And it will be up until next week. It'll come down next Friday. And then the Apple Festival Invitational will go up the week after. And then we'll have that reception. Let me see. I've got way too many dates.
I believe it's September 1st.
Yes, it is September 1st. Oh, it is next week. Okay. So the quilts will probably come down this Sunday then. So
okay.
Hopefully they
and
don't
then,
come snag their quilts before the event tomorrow.
Yeah. Right. So, but yeah, no, this is a perfect opportunity for you to see a lot of local quilters show off their stuff. And I mean,
they're fantastic. There's one that's in the gallery right now, and I can't recall who made it, but it's a hand stitch, and I didn't know what that was. I don't do quilts or anything, but I can appreciate them. And if you get real close, you can see in the stitching, they've hand stitched shapes of scissors and spools into the quilt, and you can't see it unless like you're right here. So it's pretty cool. I mean, the level of talent that we have in our quilters is great.
This is we are so blessed to have so many fantastic artists and talent in our area.
Yep. Yes.
Whether it's singing, whether it's quilting, whether it's painting, drawing,
Yep.
I mean all of those things.
Yes, for sure.
So crazy.
I did notice the scissors they're stitched in there, Matt. You're gonna have to point that out to me. That sounds really cool.
You're gonna be there tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll show you tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
It's pretty
really
cool.
Neat.
Yeah, it is. It was because I didn't notice it until Katie was like, "Come here and look at this," and I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Oh, that's very impressive."
That is one of those one of the cool. I mean, that is the cool thing about those quilts is like the closer you look, you see things that you don't see when you look at it wide.
Yeah.
But when you look at it from 10 feet away, you see things that you don't see if you're standing too close to it.
Yes.
And I mean, I just love how big they are.
Yeah.
Like having something that big, like 40 by 60 inches or whatever, hanging on the Markay wall. Man, that looks so good.
It's
having
cool.
art that big on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Brittany and I were in there the other day, and I was like, I bet that one has something on the back of it. And like, I went and like I pulled it up, and like there's one of them that has a completely different design on the other side. So like they could have just flipped it around,
displayed that side too.
I was like, that's super impressive. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're thinking about quilts, and they ran the Underground Railroad with quilts. I mean, you think about how specific and how detailed the quilts had to be, and unbelievable.
There's a lot of history in quilting, and the normal people don't know that if they don't have somebody that's in their family that's a quilter, or know somebody that's a quilter. And it's just a lot of things that's been passed down for generations and generations, and manipulated and changed, and all in the good ways. So yeah,
absolutely. And to think that people actually do that by hand, like really?
I don't have that kind of patience.
No.
That's why I do acrylic paints, because it dries fast.
It's a little forgiving. It's fine.
Yep.
Unlike those watercolors.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I have been getting into watercolors, but like, it's like blocking out the colors and then going in with some colored pencils, because I don't have the patience to.
They are. Oh, I messed up one little spot. The whole painting is
Right. We're done.
and let's go ahead and just throw that one in the trash.
Right.
Anyway. But no, so there's going to be something for everybody tomorrow at the Evening with the Arts. You're going to have comedy. You're going to have singing. You're going to have the poetry, the cowboy poetry. You're going to have art auction. You're going to have all that stuff. Yep. You're going to have food and drinks, and it's just going to be great.
It's going to be a great time.
There's plenty of parking downtown, especially on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, yeah. Pretty much everything in front of the Markay should be pretty cleared out. So
that's right.
Hopefully not. Hopefully you can't find a space because we've got so many people in the gallery.
That would be even better.
And college football hasn't started yet, so y'all don't have that excuse.
Yeah, you don't have an excuse.
I definitely knew that.
Sports ball hasn't started yet,
so that's not an excuse to not be at the Markay on Saturday.
Sports ball has not started. But we do have a good logger named that, so just because of that.
Did I tell you about giving a can of your sports ball to my cousin?
I think you said you were going to.
Yeah, I gave it to him. I mean, he's a real character. I gave it to him. He just cracked it open and just threw it back right there.
Nice.
He's like, that's pretty good.
I have to think that label is hilarious.
I don't know if I've seen that.
You
label.
haven't?
Mm-mm.
So basically, it's a spoof on our assistant.
Do you have a picture on Facebook or anything, Jen?
There should be somewhere.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's a great label. Our friend Brenda Washam did it for us, and so it's a take on our assistant brewer Grant, who, like you, is cool with sports ball.
Yep.
And so if you don't understand what sports ball means, it's just for people that don't know about sports. It's you just call it sports ball.
Sports ball. it is all encompassing.
Yeah.
Sports ball, football, baseball, soccer, foosball, all the balls.
All the balls. Everything with balls. We love them.
Ball.
They just everything where balls are flying.
That's a Clueless reference, wasn't it?
Yeah, kind of. I try to avoid things where balls are flying at my head.
Sports, but he's not
there goes your social life.
Reference.
Yeah.
What is it? Right, exactly.
There goes your social life.
That's so good.
I found a picture of the can, but you couldn't see the little guy on the picture.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, you can just see the little logo, and that's not as funny as the little guy.
No, the guy. So our assistant brewer Grant, who is fabulous, and but he, sports ball is his thing because he couldn't care less about sports, and so it just became a joke. And so our can is kind of like a really spoofy take on Grant holding all the balls and all the equipment of all the sports.
I love that. I love that.
So it's pretty funny.
And if it at all gives any of like Grant's like dryness on the can, that would be perfect.
Yes, because he's very. Yeah.
I remember.
Okay, now I got to find it. Darn it!
I remember when
I'm gonna find it.
I know I took a picture of it on my phone. I'm scrolling, but it was like 2 months ago.
I think I can. You keep talking. Okay, I'm going to find this.
I'll take over.
I'm going to find this.
I remember when the brewery had first opened and I started doing paint classes there.
Yes.
Grant was at the bar at that point. I think he might have been just managing. He was helping brew, but he was like running the tap room.
Yes.
And we got to talk a lot back then. And great guy. And I think we probably, talked about sports ball and our absolute love for it.
Oh my gosh.
But Grant's a great guy, and he helped me out a lot whenever back in the day.
Yes.
When I was a little budding artist trying to get my name out there.
That's right. He did. I can't find it. Why can I not find this?
I think I'm getting close to it.
Okay.
I think I've only got another few weeks to scroll back.
I don't know. Typically, I would have it on my in my email, and I don't know.
I found it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, give me a second.
It's really funny, but no, Grant is great, and all of our staff at the brewery are fantastic, and I think this is totally off the subject, but I think what is so cool about when you talk about breweries and brewing, you talk about inclusion.
Yeah.
That is like a word that I think is so very important. And because it means that, I mean, Jamie and I laugh because we have people working in the tap room that like outside of their wouldn't necessarily have the same interests or whatever, but inside there it is.
Yep.
It's the love of, the community and the beer and the customers and all of that stuff. And it's an inclusive business, and we love that so much.
It is. I mean, I'm not a huge beer drinker.
Mm-hmm.
I do drink more like cocktail mixed drinks, but I do go in occasionally, and every single time I've been in there, however long it's been open, like whoever's been in there working at that time has always been so nice. Like they're always the nicest people, and they'll help you. Like, hey, if you don't like this, whatever.
How about this?
I found my love for bubbles in there because I never had Rheingeist bubbles, and
Yeah.
I think it might have been Grant, it might have been Matt whenever he worked there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're like, try this if you like ciders and stuff.
Sure.
And I found one of my favorite drinks.
And that's, what it's all about. And
There
there
you
he
go.
is.
Oh, that's great.
I still do not approve of the use of Comic Sans, but
That's even better. That's like what's the funny part about it.
That's so good.
It's like the most ridiculous font and most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah, I love that.
So that is our sports ball.
That's fantastic. And you said it's a lager?
Yeah. So
I
very
mean, I don't
it
light
says
beer.
right there in Comic Sans, Matt.
It says it in Comic Sans, Matt. Don't you see it? The lager part?
Yeah. I mean, I know about as much about beer as I do sports balls. So I know lagers are what? Are they a little darker?
So no.
Okay.
If you were a Bud Light drinker, there you go.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Yep.
So sports ball is a better Bud Light.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to think so.
Okay.
My cousin thought so.
James's cousin approves. I mean, he drank it right then and there.
Right,
so.
right.
Yep. Love it. But no, Evening with the Arts, lots of stuff going on. Let's get to our video about Paul Brown, because, you hear cowboy poetry and you go,
Right.
Huh?
Right, yeah.
what the heck is cowboy poetry? So James, I think, has a little video for us.
Well, folks, I ain't never been much for shopping. In fact, I stay away from town. And except when shipping time comes, I ain't too easily found. But the day come when I had to go. So I left the kids with Ma. But before I left, she asked me, could I pick her up a bra? Well, without a thinking, I said, sure. How tough could that job be? I bent down to kiss her, said, I'll be back by 3. Well, when I'd done the things I needed to, I started to regret ever offering to buy that thing. And I started working up a sweat. I crossed the street to the ladies' shop with my hat pulled over my eyes. I couldn't take any chances. See, I didn't want to get recognized. Well, I walked right up to that sales clerk. I didn't even hem nor haw, told the lady straight out, ma'am, I'm here to buy a bra. From behind, I heard some snickers, so I turned around to see at least 15 women all gawking and laughing at me. What style would you be looking for? Well, I just scratched my head. I'd only seen one kind before. I thought bras was bras, I said. She gave me a disgusted look, said, sir, that's where you're wrong. Come with me, I heard her say, and, well, like a dog, I tagged along. She led me down this aisleway where them bras was on display. I thought my jaw had hit the floor when I seen that lingerie. There was all these different styles and shapes like I'd not seen before. I figured I'd go crazy before I left that woman's store. They had bras you'd wear for 18 hours. And bras that cross your heart. Bras that lift and separate, and that was just a start. Heck, they had bras that made you feel like you weren't wearing one at all. Bras that you could train in to start out when you're small. Well, I finally made my mind up. I picked a black and lacy one, told the lady just bag it up. And I figured I was done. But then she asked me for the size. Well, I didn't hesitate. I knew them measurements by heart. I said 6 7/8. 6 7/8, she said. Surely that's not right. Well, yes, ma'am, I'm positive. See, I measured them last night. I thought she'd go in shock. Must have took her by surprise when I told her my wife's bust is the same as my hat size. Well, that's what I used to measure with. I figured it was fair, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, ma'am. Well, that just drew another stare. But now a crowd had gathered, and they was all a-cracking up when the lady asked to see my hat so she could measure for the cup. When she finally had it figured, I just give the gal her pay, turned to leave the store, tipped my hat and said, "Good day." My wife had heard the whole story before I'd ever made it home. She'd talked to 15 women that had called her on the phone. And she was still a-laughing, but by then I didn't care, because now she don't ask and I don't shop for no more women's wear. Thank you, folks. By the way, I need to go see Jerry Henderson, good friend of mine. He's got a horse, he says, can jump a 4-foot rail fence. Now, you may say, "Oh, Cowboy, you're too old and too fat to be jumping a fence." Well, come see a fat old man sometime.
That's so funny.
It's pretty good.
6 7/8, huh?
6 7/8. That hat, I mean, great measurements, I guess.
I mean, I think that was the size of my horse queen crown.
I saw the picture. It was great.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yes, everybody saw the picture.
Oh, God.
Everybody saw the picture. That's good.
I used to like James. I thought he was my friend.
Hey, I forgot we had that picture until Courtney shared it, so it's her fault.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I saw it too.
Yeah.
My sister she was Fair Queen at one point in time, and she has one too, and it's funny. So
they are.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time we were cool.
Yeah. No, I mean,
we just look a little different than we did back then.
Right. Exactly. I mean, we all do.
A few years ago.
A few years ago.
Yeah. Just a few years ago.
5, 10. Something like that.
20.
Mm.
Something.
Listen, I mean, I still feel like I'm 23 years old. So
it's so hard.
It's weird. And like, I had my 15-year high school reunion this year, and I'm just like, no, I didn't. I know. Have that.
Yeah, it's crazy how time flies, and you think you'll never be there, and you are. And that's totally fine, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
And as long as you're feeling good and whatever, who cares?
Exactly.
Just like that meme. It's fine. This is fine.
It's all. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's fine. That's girl talk. It's fine.
It's fine. What year did you graduate, James?
It's not fine.
2006.
Okay, you're older than me, so that's great. I graduated in 2007.
Finally, thank you. Because we'll always be like, "So James, do you remember when?" He was like, "No, I don't. I wasn't born then."
I mean, what, you were born in 87 then?
87.
80? Okay, yeah. I was 89. So you're, I mean, 87. Not too much. So
you're just a few years younger than me.
Yeah, just a few.
Like a decade and a half, but that's okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
This is fine.
It's fine. It's all fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's all fine.
Yeah, men, just to let you know, if you hear fine, it's not.
It's not.
It's not fine.
It's not fine.
Never. Is it fine?
Never.
I'm fine.
With a whole bunch of subtext underneath that. And if you don't get it, then you're also not going to be fine.
Trust me, if she's fine, you're not going to be fine. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So what are some of the upcoming shows at the Markay that you all have planned while you're here? I can pick your brain a little bit.
Sure. In October, we have Taikoza drummers. They're Japanese drummers.
That is going to be cool.
It's going to be very, very cool. I'm very excited for that one. Let me get my calendar so I can tell you exact dates here. That's on the 8th. The Taikoza drummers will be on the 8th of October.
October, yes.
Yep. And then
James is making it way easier on you.
Look at you.
He's so pretty. He's like a Boy Scout.
I know. I mean, some of these are not correct, though. because things have changed, but it's fine.
It's fine.
This will help. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine, James. It's fine.
Hey, I can't help it if no one gave me an updated
I know. It's
Matt.
Hey, that's more Jules, because my gallery stuff on here is still correct.
I'm sure it is.
So then on the 14th, 15th, 16th, we have Apple City Players doing Moon Over Buffalo. So a play. I'm in it, so you should come watch it.
Yep.
And then also that weekend is Foothills Arts Festival. And that will be at Park's Edge again this year. Cora and I just finalized last night actually. And the link for open registration is available on the Facebook page for Foothills Arts Festival. Okay. I know it's later than usual getting it out, but better late than never.
Right.
Because we do want to have the event. I know a lot of people have been asking and messaging and inquiring, but it is out there, and you will be getting your stuff in the mail very soon. So
good.
Be watching out for that. Let's see. And then we've got on the October 22nd, we have the Halloween block party with the Chamber of Commerce. And then that same day, we have Madcap Puppets coming into the Markay stage.
Fun.
And they, if I'm not mistaken, are doing their Halloween version of the Headless Horseman with their puppets. So that's something cool for the kids that we've kind of done with the Chamber of Commerce. I think we did it last year with the Chamber of Commerce as well. But this year, I think, is going to be a little more.
Love that.
Better.
Yeah.
A little more better.
A little more better.
A little more better. And then in. I don't think that coffee house circuit thing is happening again. But in the gallery in October, we have Treven Wyant, which is one of my favorite local artists. He's younger than I am. And he's on the board at the Markay. But he is fantastic. Have you ever seen any of his stuff?
I don't think so. That's why I'm sitting here trying to think.
He does different mediums. He does like acrylics and pastels and charcoal, but it all has I don't want to say creepier because I don't want to pigeonhole him into a box, but it just has a different feel to it. So some of his stuff is very creepy or eerie, or some of it's just very cool. And he will be in the gallery for a solo show in October.
Awesome.
And I'm very excited about it. And then in November, we have Savannah Fout. She is from Chillicothe.
Okay.
She's 17 years old. She's doing a solo show.
Wow.
And she is absolutely amazing. Like she does a lot of colored pencil and regular like charcoal pencil pictures of different artists and things. And then like she's going to have QR codes where you can scan it and it'll go to a Spotify playlist for the musician that she drew. And she's got like this jean jacket she painted, and it has like Florence Welch on the back of it from Florence and the Machine. She's amazing.
Nice.
Like I met her last year at Foothills.
Yeah, didn't she win Best in Show at Foothills last year?
She didn't win Best of Show. Judy Wilbacher won Best of Show last year, but she won the youth category last year. So her picture was up there because I think she had like a Panic at the Disco, like Dallin Weeks pictures she won with, but she is fantastic. So Whenever I met her last year, I was like, hey, do you want to have a show next year? And she's like, I would love a show. So, because I mean, she's already had a show at Pump House in Chillicothe. Mm-hmm. And I mean, to be 16, 17 years old and doing your own solo shows is fantastic.
Yeah.
And then in December, we've got, on this at least, it says we have Iron City Wind Ensemble coming in. And then we have in the gallery a group of ladies from Chillicothe that do various different types. We've got Judy Wilbacher, Angie Terry, Bev Riley, Betsy Parker, and there's another one. I don't have her name, and I am so sorry. But they do jewelry. They do watercolors and India inks.
Oh, wow.
And,
cool.
Just so much different stuff. So there's 5 of them, and that gallery is going to be full of just different things for sale and different. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for theirs for sure.
That's really fun.
So gallery-wise, we are ending very strong of the year. So I'm excited.
So do you have any Christmas events planned?
So I know that
Christmas concerts, anything like that?
I think that Wind Ensemble is a Christmas-esque thing.
Okay.
Well, and of course the children's theater thing that
yes,
Cynthia's doing.
Yep. So then we have
Kid
Kringle.
So the Kid Kringle play.
We have Kid Kringle. And I know So Kelsey is over our outreach and education committee on Southern Hills Arts Council, and she has something for the kids in December. She usually tries to plan it around an event that we're already having.
Okay.
So then more people know about it. I don't know what she's got planned this year, but last year we had, I think we had Madcaps in last year for the winter time, and they did Nutcracker. So then we had like the kids painting and then doing like different things with music. And so
that's fun.
She'll have something like that again in December, I'm sure, but I don't have that information on me.
I'm sure the D. Merrill Davis choir will perform.
Yes.
And then I know when John was in yesterday, he was saying that they're thinking about doing their fundraiser again for the Toys.
Toys for Tots.
Or whatever, Rock for Tots.
Rock for Tots.
Yeah.
For
our friend Paul, and Pollard does that amazing. Has that amazing organization as well. So lots of stuff coming up. And the thing is, just pay attention to
just pay attention.
You know, the social media and all that.
I know that the Chamber of Commerce is. Do you remember the name of that? The thing that Kelsey was talking about. We had a thing at the Markay. Did you come to that?
Yodel?
Is it Yodel?
Oh, the Yodel.
Yeah. So
thing.
like they are trying to get communities and have like a full community like calendar.
Yes.
And all of our stuff will be on there because Kelsey will put it on there.
Yeah. Right. Because Kelsey will take care of that.
Kelsey will take care of that. So, and I mean, just watch Facebook as well. I mean, we try to post stuff. Our post gets lost sometimes through the shuffle of everything going on. But if you follow our page on Facebook, you'll see what we've got going on. So
very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Do you sell those cool T-shirts?
So
those
we've
are
had
awesome.
so many questions. So Brittany made them here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to, because we've had so many questions about it.
Yeah.
So I like it. I mean, I felt like it was
appropriate
really to wear today.
Yeah.
I might be wearing another one tomorrow. Who knows?
Or you may wash that
and
one and wear it
another
again.
one.
I may not wash this one.
We may just wear it again.
Give them a little sniff and see.
Right.
You'll find out.
Don't come too close.
That's the same shirt.
That's the same shirt from yesterday.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, eventually, because we've talked about having swag and things for sale, like merchandise like this for the Markay, and I think this is going to be one of the designs because people love this one.
Yeah,
so
it's awesome.
Yeah, and maybe we can get it screen printed so it lasts longer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
that's pretty cool stuff.
For sure.
Okay, well, hey James, do you have the weather forecast pulled up, and then we'll go over the details of Evening with the Arts one more time. If you
hey
don't
Jen,
mind.
I do have the weather pulled
Look
up
at
right
you!
here.
Oh, you're so precious.
40% chance of rain on the ball game tonight. It looks like.
Oh no!
No, it's not going to rain.
It's not going to rain on the ball game. Well, if it does, it'll just cool things off. It'll make it more
64
fun.
degrees tonight. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I love these cool nights.
Yes,
like,
I love it.
Fall, even when it's warm during the day, you still have those cooler nights. So today is going to be very warm, highs of 87, lows of 64. That 40% chance of rain is in the forecast. Saturday, Sunday looks like even hot temperatures, mid 80s to low 90s. Of course, as you can see, lows of 65 on Saturday, lows of 70 on Sunday, and same thing on Monday to begin your work week. So pretty hot.
Pretty hot.
But it'll be the 1st of September.
Right. That's crazy.
Man.
Do you remember the Apple Festival last year being super cold? Not super cold, but like just colder than it usually was?
I'm trying to remember the Apple Festival last year.
Yeah.
I remember being up there and I'm like, it usually
rained.
Yeah, like it rained.
Did
and
it
was
rain
just
a lot?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and I just remember as a kid just being drenched in sweat.
God,
up
it was
there.
hot.
Yeah.
Well, I can remember just from years of the Apple Festival being like, doing like the parades and stuff like that. Literally being in like drenched in sweat, and I remember having to go buy more clothes because it was snowing on my head one year.
Yeah,
so it's just
crazy.
you never know. Mid-September,
It's Ohio.
It's Ohio. You have no idea.
Of weather.
And it could do all that in 2 days.
Yep. We've seen it.
Seen it happen. So, all right, Evening with the Arts. One more time, go over the details if you would, Matt.
$35 ticket gets you into the door to see the art auction and all of the entertainment, but it also gets you a chicken sandwich or a brat, access to Downtown Treatery's dessert bar, 1 token for a beer or whatever drink you want, and just all the fun that you want. We've got Colby Lykins. We've got Paul Brown doing comedy hour, or no, not comedy hour, Cowboy poetry. We've got Apple City Players doing I short-circuited there, comedy hour. And then we've got the Gillums and Alicia Shepherd coming in, session 5, and then we have all the art auctions through the day that's silent, and then we have Seth Michael doing our large final art auction in the evening.
Yep.
And then the $35 ticket gets you all of that.
All of that.
Yep.
For $35, you can come and go all day as you please, and just enjoy, have a good time, celebrate the Markay, celebrate the arts, and have some fun.
Yes.
Yep.
Very much.
All right. Well, Matt, thank you so much. See you next Friday.
Maybe. I might be like, hey, work. I'm going to go talk to Jen real quick. I have nothing to talk about this week.
But I just miss her.
Yes.
No, that's been really fun talking with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will be right back here on Monday with probably news from Pete Wilson, because we've been a little lacking on news this week.
Got to find out about Pete's vacation too.
That's right, Pete's vacay. So have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Get out and about and enjoy the arts, and we'll see you right back here on Monday. Bye, everyone.